Hey guys, how you doing? Been a couple of days since I've done a video, so I thought I would do one today because I've been working on a really cool course and I've been really busy with that. And one of the lessons I learned from that course I thought could be really powerful for you. Let's get myself comfortable. So basically, it's a very simple thing to think of. A lot of people's misery in the world is either because they're doing a job they don't enjoy, or they're doing a job just for the money, or they do a job for the house and the car and everything else, rather than doing a job they really want. So, for instance, people say the thing that stops me from moving from my job because I'm financially secure. And I know that my job is asserted. Now that's quite hard in today's market to a guarantee, so I can fully understand that. But some people are in those type of jobs and they're really miserable. So if you want to make a change, a shift in this, and it's very difficult to see outside the box because when we're stuck in this box, it's difficult to see how to get out of it. We can ask ourselves a really simple question. If you won the lottery and money wasn't an object for yourself, if you had enough abundance in money, just by happened you have a really rich relative you knew nothing about, they left you the money and now you don't have any more money worries at all, would you still stick at this job? And most people would pack their job in if they hate it at a drop. But if you love your job and you're passionate about it, something like me doing NLP, I could be a multi-billionaire and I'd still love to do what I do now because to me this resonates with me, and I'm like the type of person that likes to be active and I like to be in people's lives and I like to be a part of their lives and you know, kind of helping them in the best way I possibly can. So for instance, let's just adjust this a little bit more. So for instance, if we're real with ourselves, what would we be doing if money wasn't our object? The other thing most people say, well, it's not just about that, is that I want to make a name for myself. So the second thing is they're trying to make a name for themselves. So DJing, music production, hairdressing, what I've been a part of, any type of job when you're in the public sector these days, it's kind of a thing that people say you need to make a name for yourself. But fundamentally, what does that name represent? Does it really mean anything? Because you know, how much of yourself are you willing to destroy to make that name? And when you get that name, there's nothing left of you because you've destroyed yourself to get there. There's a few people in this world which are really talented and really lucky, and they're in the right place at the right time and they find it. I've been equally as a good a DJ as most of the famous DJs out there, and I never made it as a DJ, even though I was really good at what I did. I invested a lot of money and time and effort into that, and I promoted myself and I produced some tracks and I sent them to friends. And not one of them wrote back to me, well, one or two actually wrote back to me, but most of them didn't even bother replying. They didn't bother sending anything. And I heard other people complaining about this, and they did exactly the same to me, which is hilarious really, when they're complaining that nobody pays any attention to what they've done, but when other people have done it to them, they haven't paid any attention to what you've done. And it's hard, you know, because I'm really passionate about DJing. I love playing on my decks, but since that moment I almost lost my entire heart in the whole thing, and my DJ decks have been sat downstairs. So what was important to me about DJing, making a name for myself, becoming famous so I could DJ and make a lot of money. But since then I've realized, well, there's other stuff I really want to do as well, and I get into life coaching. So to get into the life coaching came to the third thing. I had to really then think about this, really think about this. I had to stop caring what people thought of me. So if I'd stopped thinking that I cared about what people thought of me, then I started doing what I thought of me, what I wanted to do. We have a very limited approach, because some people sit and say to me, I wish I could be as good as you at doing what you do. And other people say, I wish I could use my words as well as you. Well, you won't use your words like me, but you'll use your words as well as you. You can always develop the skill. Like people say, I would never be able to do that. Well, what really you should be saying is, I haven't yet developed the skill, or I haven't yet developed the knowledge to do that. The only thing that's actually stopping you from doing anything in life, fundamentally, is the passion, the drive, and the hunger to do it. So that's where life coaching comes in sometimes, like what I'm learning to do, and to help other people to be an NLP master coach, to develop that side, to be a spiritual guide and an NLP guide, to help people to really get in touch with themselves and to help them to find their happiness. We need to sometimes think, what do I want to spend my time doing? If I was going to die in the next couple of weeks, would I be doing what I'm doing? And you know, like me, I've recently lost my job. I've got a month or two's notice. I'm not panicking at the moment. I know that things are going to work out fine for me. And if they don't at the bit, I'll deal with that when it comes to it. I'll sell a load of stuff and I'll deal with it then. But the truth is, you know, what's really important to me is my happiness, my health, my wealth, my concept of wealth, to be wealthy. I've got a roof over my head, I've got food in my stomach, I've got a really nice organic coffee I'm drinking. What else could I really want? You know, I'm pretty damn happy with these things. My dogs are healthy. I've got an amazing motorbike sat in my garage. I've got a camper van I'm rebuilding, which is going to be amazing when I'm finished it. I've got an amazing wife and friends all over the world, here in Sweden and everywhere else. So what else do I really fundamentally need to aim for? Well, the only thing I've got left is my career change, to be the person that I've always dreamed about being and representing myself in the correct way. I've always been terrified of that, terrified of actually sitting here doing what I'm doing right now. And the moment I started to do it, I had so many of my friends and people around me tell me to do it. And thank you to them for that, because that really means a lot, because it gave me the constant drive to actually do it. People say you could never have done that. I might have still done it because I'm a stubborn git. I'll never listen to other people usually. But when people do sell you, when you come up with an idea and they say you're going to be amazing at that, you should definitely do it. And you get out and you step out there and do it. The only thing that's stopping me from being highly successful at that is my skill. And how do I develop the skill of doing this, of vlogging or podcasting, or, you know, sitting in front of you and talking? By doing it. By me sitting here and being as real as I possibly can and giving you the best possible information that I can in this present moment. And the people who watch my videos and interact with them, and the people that are starting to realize what I'm trying to do, because a lot of people don't think they got the time to sit here and listen to what I'm doing. And I try and keep my videos down to like a 10-minute patch, because that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's way long enough. Just 10 minutes of your day, every now and again, just 10 minutes of your day. 10 minutes is not a lot when you really think about it, to sit down and watch a video like this where you can get some relevant information. Think about it. How simple is that? And we put all of these mental blocks and all of these mental things, and I don't have the time to. We have time to sit in front of the TV. We have time to waste shit on Facebook doing stuff that doesn't really matter. We have waste so much time with that horrible nervous feeling of I should be doing more, but then you're doing that because you feel like you're doing something, but really you're doing nothing. If you really want to benefit yourself, do more like this. Watch videos like this, not just me, of other people as well, and really start to benefit yourself. Because if you're not doing these things, nothing fundamentally is going to change in your life. You'll keep doing the same old stuff. If what's you're doing now is working for you amazingly, then great. Then talk to me and send me messages and tell me your story, and let's get together and kind of start influencing people and giving them positivity. The only way we can move forward in our lives is by sharing knowledge openly, compassionately, and truthfully. So on that note, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and whoever's watched my video, thank you so much for spending this time and watching it. I truly appreciate your time. And I hope that you've subscribed to my channel, and I hope that we can keep this going. Have an amazing day. Thank you, guys.